Welcome to the 2020 APTA National Championships presented by our local sponsor BTIG and APTA national sponsors Viking and Uline. We are live from the Country Club of Darien in Connecticut on the APTA network presented by eNet Live. I'm Lauren Mandel along with Patty Hogan bringing you this women's semifinal match between the top seeds Annika Cooper and Florentina Hanisch and the number 7 seeds Heather Prop and Wendy Shpiz. Hi, Patty. You want to tell us who's who out here?
I would love to, Lauren. This is, we get Midwestern representation over here. On the far side, if you can make it out, serving. Well, we're going to actually go over to the amazing team, national champions, Cooper and Hanisch first, because we can see them. That's Annika.
Except they're on... she's warming up with Wendy Shpiz, so...
Right, so this is a little confusing, so I'm just going to go to the player on the far side, Annika Cooper, who is not playing the match today with Wendy Shpiz. Wouldn't that be interesting? Throw a little different curve in here. Okay, so in the ad court on the far side is Wendy Shpiz, who's playing the match with Heather Prop, who's in the deuce court on the near side here. And then the fourth player in the court is none other than Flor Hanisch. And Hanisch and Cooper, as we know, are the top seed. They earned number 1 ranking coming into this match, Lauren. And they look like they are on a roll here.
They look like they're on a mission. And in case anyone is curious as to why they're not warming up with their partners, it's because often players like to warm up on the side they're going to serve.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nationals 2020 APTA Tournament in Darien, Connecticut. This ladies semifinal round match is best of 3 sets with tie breaks to my right. In the ad court from Bedford Corners, Annika Cooper. Her partner in the deuce court from Stamford, Connecticut, Florentina Hanisch. To my left in the deuce court from Cincinnati, Ohio, Heather Prop. Her partner in the ad court from Winnetka, Illinois, Wendy Shpiz. Prop Shpiz won the toss and has elected to receive.
And now we see the draw.
We do.
So you'll see Cooper and Hanisch we're slated to be here.
Oh, Lauren, no one wants to hear about the draw. They just want to cheer on, all the local amazing Connecticut players. But the Midwest has something to say about that.
Yeah, guys, ready? Play.
And here we go. Flor Hanisch serving to Heather Prop.
Prop and Shpiz took out Delmonico Gebier in a quarterfinal, surprised some people. But Heather is a veteran. She's been in the semis before. Lynn Schneidbach years ago. And she pulled off one of the biggest upsets in women's nationals here a couple years ago, Lauren. You reminded me of that with...
4 years ago, she and Anya Kazakevich took out the 2-time defending champions Anna Brzova and Vicky Staklasova in the quarters.
In the quarters. They were bounced in the semis, but they had a great run.
Yep.
Heather's a teaching pro out in Cincinnati, as we've heard many times. She hosts the Grand Prix, the Midwestern events. And she's pretty comfortable on the big stage, Lauren.
She is, and she's always solid and steady and is a smart player. Her partner, Wendy Shpiz, has a big forehand.
15-30.
The matchup is an intriguing one. It would overwhelmingly favor our tournament number 1 seeds. But in a way, Prop plays a little bit the role of, let's say, Flor Hanisch. Out of that deuce court, Lauren, she's kind of the setter-upper, and I think they build their points to ultimately set up her two-handed backhand up the middle or Wendy's forehand. And, Annika and Flor kind of will slice and dice opponents until maybe Annika gets a great look on her two-handed backhand. So you will see the point building going on
30
here
all.
with Prop and Shpiz, I would expect throughout this match.
Flora Hanisch served beautifully in her quarterfinal match.
30-40.
Besides never missing, what do Prop and Shpiz have to do to win this match, Lauren? You know, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about all these different scenarios, and I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be tough because, you know, you've seen Hanisch and Cooper all year long. I've seen a lot of the matches on the live stream, and this is what they've been building on since day one of the season. Actually, since the end of last season.
Well, since Cooper came back from her injury, it was really in the middle of this season. But since then, they've been getting better and better. And I think that point was a good example with Shpiz and Prop at the net. They cannot get lulled. Hanisch lobs well, and she is trying to get her opponents out of position with her lobs. So Cooper gets a ball that she can pounce on. And they cannot play into that. They have to keep hitting those overheads back deep until they get a short one. If they try to play with fire over in Cooper's corner, they're going to get burned.
Add Cooper Hanisch.
Right, you talk about a strong second part of the season. You know, Cooper and Hanisch won Philly. They won Short Hills. They took out every top team in the country in the process. So I'm gonna be shocked if Prop and Shpiz have enough answers for the different scenarios that Hanisch and Cooper will throw at them. But that's why you play the game, Lauren.
There are always results that surprise us.
Game. Cooper Hanisch. Cooper Hanisch leads 1-love in the first set.
Prop and Shpiz had a few chances there to win that game.
Yeah, but like we said, they're not going to be able to miss too much. Wendy sits on that forehand all day long. Her backhand is not as strong, and she's not known for being able to be that creative off of the screens. So on the short balls, definitely there is a tactic that you'll see Hanisch and Cooper pounding that ad court corner. Heather, on the other hand, is more likely to play a huge amount of double screens pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Love 15.
I don't know if they're going to be able to stay in just this regular. Oh, here we go. They're going to play I already. That seems smart to me.
They're going to have to throw in I, Australian, stay back, the kitchen sink. They're going to have to pull everything out here. Sun's a bit of a factor in the broadcast booth.
Yeah. We're having a little trouble seeing, right, Patty?
We are. And Hanisch and Cooper sort of looking into it when they hit the ball over in that deuce court. Whereas if they hit over on the ad court on this side, they don't have to fight the sun as much.
$15.30.
And compared to Cooper Hanisch, Prop and Fish don't play that many tournaments, Lauren. And I think that does hurt you in a sense at nationals, where you've got to get your A game on. And, to get through the 16s is so difficult. To get through the quarters is unbelievable. And
30 all.
To earn a berth in the finals, it takes the stars have to align for each team who can make it. So this is the one up, one back that we've seen Cooper and Hanisch throw out for the last couple of seasons.
And they're so good at it for two reasons. One, Hanisch is an excellent volleyer, and she can volley well moving either way. And if you get it by her, that's fine, except Cooper is exceptionally good at keeping drives low, and she'll catch you if you try to come in behind a drive like that. You think you have the advantage, and you're going to come in, and then the ball's going to go right by you. Or you're going to have to hit a terribly hard volley in transition.
talk about who it's important to get an early jump start. Cooper and Hanisch. I mean, they can steamroll people, Lauren.
Yeah. That's why I thought that first game was so important when Prop Shpiz had a couple game points on Hanisch to serve. I thought it was really important for them to get that first game and get off to a good start, but they couldn't close it.
Right, and for them to pull this out, they're going to have to capitalize. Every time they have an opportunity like that, they're going to have to convert.
Good lobs by Heather. You see she's pulling her opponents out of the service box.
Lauren, I had a discussion recently about whether matches are won or lost at the highest level, and I said, I really think I see people win them all the time. I see the Elliott Radesno. They just took that match from Zabora and Andreikova this morning. And, you know, that speaks to the high level of play that these players have.
But in a way, it's the same thing. Nobody at the highest level is losing a match by just the other team just keeping the ball on the court more. You have to do something to win the match. And at the same time, you have to make very few mistakes to not lose.
Prop and Shpiz did win a tournament this year. They won the Hunsdale Women's Challenge. They were third in the Midwesterns, where they did lose the match to Cooper Hanisch we spoke of. Charities, they finished third.
Yeah.
They lost semis to Andreikova and
They had a big win there. They beat Darda Shea at Charities.
Yeah, in the quarters. That was a huge win for them. Last year in Nationals, quarters, Brazova Shea.
15-40.
15-40.
Do you think Floor's the only paddle player to come out of Wichita State, Lauren?
That I don't know. I think she's the only Brazilian paddle player to come out of Wichita State.
That's right.
So that's what I mean about getting caught in transition there. That's just a losing proposition.
I think she's the only paddle player who has an island named after her. Or was she named after the island? Okay, so we're in Heather Prop's head right now, Lauren. What are we thinking?
We're thinking I need to set up my partner or set up my drive, and I'm going to move those lobs around and try to create an opportunity for my team.
Deuce.
Cooper's very comfortable going back.
It's interesting. You know, they handled 5 drives in a row, and she just kind of left town.
They like the different look. They want it. They're hoping that Shpiz hits a hard ball and they catch them trying to come in and hitting an awkward volley. Didn't happen there. Prop and Shpiz handled it well.
You know, something I was thinking about, and right there, you know, again,
Advantage, Prop, Shpiz.
we talk about what a good lobber Hanisch is. Annika Cooper has improved her lobbing, I think, a lot. Her game is really well-rounded.
She's a hard worker, and she's always looking to improve. She likes to talk about, you know, different strategies and what she can get better at, and she's a thinker. There's the game.
Prop, Shpiz. Cooper Hanisch lead 2-1 in the first set.
The Viking duty ball, platform ball has been the #1 selling ball in the industry for the last 20 years. It is the official ball of the APTA, of the APTA Nationals, and President's Cup, and of the Grand Prix Tour. Viking Athletics is a premier brand, and the undisputed leader in platform tennis. Viking is platform tennis. But I think in that game, Patty, you saw that Prop and Shpiz were willing to just grind it out. You know, they're going to have to play long points.
Yeah, there's no such thing as an easy point against Cooper and Hanisch.
Yep.
Love.
Cooper was not in position to do that.
It's pretty good of Cooper to get out of the way and not get hit there. Kind of effortless change of position right up at the net there from Prop just to go handle that first volley off the Cooper return of serve.
You see them switch at the net there. Prop moved over to hit a volley and stayed. Good hands.
Wow. Really good scrambling point from Wendy Shpiz right there.
She just missed it.
Call stand.
She just missed. We often talk about the Viking keys to victory, Lauren. We didn't really talk about that going into this, but Prop and Shpiz have to lob well. I mean, it's the only way they're going to be able to open up the court and get the ball out of the reach, which seems endless when Cooper and Hanisch are up at the net. I think the other semifinalists were just introduced, Lauren, and big round of cheers. A lot of Connecticut representation here. All Connecticut.
All of it on the other court.
Jardichet, Elliott, and Rodesno. The winner awaits the winner of this.
Okay, 30 all. A few errant lobs.
And for the moment, the wind is not gusting.
Great job. Great job volleying by Prop and Shpiz. They stood up there and took whatever they got.
It's early, but this is big.
Deuce.
Little bit of a shaky, nervous volley right there. And Cooper did what she had to do, Lauren. She drove the ball and made another return.
Yeah, Shpiz has hit such good first volleys this game. That one she just missed.
Advantage, Prop Shpiz.
I like this play with Heather lining up over on that side, Lauren, because we know that Wendy Shpiz hits more forehand volleys than most players.
Anyone.
We were talking about that before we came on the air. And she almost prefers it. She's one of the few players.
Yeah. That tennis volley is so ingrained in her, she can't get it. And she volleys well.
Deuce.
She does, as long as it's a high ball, she can kind of hang in there. But when it gets very quick and people are closing in, it is a little bit of a disadvantage at times.
Yeah, well, that's why that's why you're supposed to hit backhand volleys.
Your favorite. And you have to form a wall at the net and move as a team side to side. We saw that as Elliott and Radesno did it in their quarterfinal match win earlier that I was on. And if you're volleying forehands, it's hard to move as a unit with your partner from side to side.
That's so true.
Advantage, Cooper Hanisch.
And as if on key, she missed a forehand volley.
It's the commentator's curse.
Totally.
Mark Fischel has the market on that one, typically.
Game, Cooper Hanisch.
Okay, missed opportunity there, Patty.
Yeah, we talked about they have to convert when they get a game point. It's almost triply important for them being the underdogs in this match. Heavy underdogs only because of this remarkable season that Hanisch and Cooper have had. Coming back in that second half so strong. They definitely came here as a team to beat. Really good measured drive from Shpiz right there, Lauren. Made it really difficult to get that ball out off the screens. If she had hit it harder,
too hard. Yep.
Would have been easy. There's the patented prop, two-handed backhand rip.
Yeah, nice off the screen.
Shpiz is using the screens much more than when I've seen her play in the past. I've yet to see her play this season. So that's a really good sign for her team.
Yeah, she plays the screens nicely.
She totally can, but I rarely see her, give up a ball off the deck to play a ball off that screen, even on a straight back shot.
See how, well, not there, but you can see that Hanisch is purposely putting those lobs in between her opponents or over her opponent's left shoulder.
The crowd noise could be a factor for the first time in a paddle tournament, Lauren.
Ooh.
Left 40.
Not a good drop shot.
I always think it's a little more difficult to drop shot off a forehand than a backhand.
That's what Cynthia Dardis does so well. She sets her backhand and hits that drop shot. It just dies.
Game. Prop Shpiz.
Prop Shpiz are doing a good job. They look really solid. They're not making errors. They're volleying well. They're
Cooper Hanisch leads
playing well off
in
the back.
First set.
Yeah, they seem really patient and willing. They have a willingness to throw up a tremendous amount of lobs here in this match, which, I mean, we talked about that. They need to lob often and well in order to open up the court for their drives. You know, especially Heather. She does a masterful job at that. Very much like a Flora Hanisch, where she's not necessarily going to overpower someone with the pace of her drive, but it's a killer to volley when she's pushed you, you know, within a few feet of the baseline on the prior lob. She's one of these players where when she gets consecutive shots, I mean, her level soars. Darien, Connecticut is going to start to rock with this Connecticut women over on that other semifinal.
Love.
You see Hanisch get a little agitated. They're missing more balls than they did in the last match. I mean, all credit to Prop and Shpiz. They're giving them a lot of opportunities to miss.
Lauren, did you do the earlier match with Morgan and Sakura?
I did.
And, you know, Morgan and Sakura were really disappointed in their play. And I said, well, that's the thing about nationals that's so different than any other tournament. You can never prepare for it until you've been in it. And this is their first year on the big stage as a team. And other tournaments, you know, feel a certain way. But nationals, you know, starting from a month out, it's just the anxiety and excitement builds around it, and then to be able to execute and have it come together is really difficult. And then you're up against the number one team in the country. That even makes it more difficult, and then your level of play can spiral in the wrong direction, and you don't even know what hit you.
30-15.
And Morgan and Sakura shouldn't feel badly. They did play a sloppy first set, and they got blanked 6-0. But they turned it right around, and they I thought they were going to win that second set. They had some chances. They lost it 7-5, but they played much, much, much better. There's the lob that Hanisch was sitting so well in the last match. Great.
30-all.
You saw Prop coming into the frame there, and a little bit gimpy. She had a procedure on her knee sometime this season, Lauren?
I think it was last season.
I thought she had another one.
Oh, another one, yeah, she did. She's been moving well, though. I don't think Shpiz thought that was going over the net.
Yeah, but that's the classic combination from Hanisch and Cooper.
And you can't give Cooper that ball. You cannot give her that backhand to hit down on the deck. It's just that's the one shot you can't hit.
Right. You're better off dumping it up the middle because at least your partner can help you defend the net on the next ball.
And Hanisch doesn't like her. I mean, Cooper doesn't like her forehand as much. And Hanisch rarely drives her backhand. So that middle is a much safer spot.
But it's just hard to be disciplined in the moment to not react and think you can pull off something, but it's just that the odds are not with you.
Cooper Hanisch.
When you're pushed back in those deep lobs. I even found that at times you're almost better off letting that deep lob bounce. Just play it off the back screen, give up the net, because the moment you hit a short ball, you're dead.
Game.
There it is again.
Cooper Hanisch.
I like Cooper's forehand better than she likes it, I think.
But she likes it. She'll hit it, but she loves her backhand. I mean, she has an excellent forehand, but you're better off putting it deep to her forehand than you are letting her hit down on a backhand drive.
Yes, so if you're propping Shpiz, you just have to eliminate that overhead. No to Cooper for the rest of the match.
No down, up, overhead. If you want to hit it soft and deep, fine. If you want to hit it in the screen, fine. Don't give her the shot. Don't give anyone the shot they most want to hit.
Right. Of the 4 spots on the court on the baseline, Hanisch forehand, Hanisch backhand, Cooper forehand, Cooper backhand, number 1 weapon on the court.
Yeah.
Love 15. Love 30.
Lauren, there's action on all the courts here. Men's. What's coming up this afternoon, Lauren? What's the schedule here on the live stream?
Well, after these 2 women's semifinals, there'll be the men's quarterfinals.
15,
so there'll be 4 men's quarterfinals, all unbelievable matches later this afternoon. Half of them 4:30, and then half of them following that.
Great. We've got a lot of audience chiming in. Liz Flores is out there, Chelsea Taylor, Joella Smith, and one of my favorite Chicago pros who's pulling for Wendy Shpiz and Heather Prop for sure is probably none other than Peter Burka. And I said to someone on Thursday, I didn't see Peter Burka's name in the draw for one of the first time. He's a great guy, great teaching pro out in Chicago. Ton of fun. We miss you, Peter.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not the game Shpiz and Prop want to be playing. They don't want to make the action go faster. If you don't hit that roller perfectly, you're just giving your opponent an opportunity to hit a ball from near the net.
So what do? Let the ball drop lower and hit a lot of the dump overheads, Lauren? Like
well,
the
she
push
could have
overhead?
hit that at her. First of all, she didn't have to make it a
30-40.
backside. That was going to be but they were doing that well. They were moving their volleys and overheads well, and they were. It looked like they were frustrating Cooper and Hanisch a bit.
Deuce.
Lauren, did you wear sunblock today?
No, but I should have.
You can see the booths in the background. And we're getting fried by the sun here right now. And I know that makes you happy because you came in here freezing.
Yeah.
I love in the backdrop, you see the full grandstand on the other side, packed in for the Connecticut women semifinal.
Let cord winner for Cooper.
Advantage Cooper Hanisch.
I think Prop and Shpiz are going to need some help from Hanisch and Cooper to win this match, and I don't think they're going to get it.
You know, it looked like they might. I mean, they missed Cooper and Hanisch missed a few lobs and a few drives, but they're looking better and better as they take a 5-2 lead.
Beautiful
Cooper
forehand
Hanisch
drive
lead
reminds me of
5-2
Tonya
in the
Mangan, who
first
just
set.
chimed in to the live stream. Tony, we hope Caroline's having a better day. We gave her a shout out the other day. She had ACL surgery, Lauren. No fun.
No fun.
Great student athlete, plays for Fairfield. Great kid, of course, because she's Tonya's daughter and Tim's.
Yeah,
but
the
mostly
stands,
because she's Tonya's daughter.
Patty, the stands look pretty full. The Nationals Committee here has done a great job, and the Carl Levenott and Tiernan Cavana and Jackie Cameron. I mean, they've just put on a great event, and people are so happy to be here participating, both playing and watching.
128 men's teams, 128 women's teams.
7th game.
I think about 400 volunteers.
Yeah, feels like there may be more volunteers than players. Wendy Shpiz is testing out her new ball. Here we go.
Left 15.
Lauren, it looks like the men's quarterfinals are set.
Yeah, they're, there's one great match after another. The top quarter has 4 national champions in one match: Araya Parsons and Broderick Palmer. All good matches. The only unseeded team to make it through, Anderson Bostrom, who had a big win over Chawinski and McNerney.
Yep, they had a quarterfinal finish at Nationals last year. Didn't get to play as much.
15-30.
Blake had a little bit of a wrist issue.
And a baby.
And a baby. The baby didn't impact his paddle as much as the wrist issue. No, but they played an outstanding match to take out, the super hot team of Chawinski and McNerney.
30 all.
I mean, incredible win for them to get through that quarter.
Prop and Shpiz look a little dejected. They're going to have to find a spark here to get themselves going again.
Game. Cooper
First set.
Hanisch. First set goes to Cooper Hanisch. 6-2.
Well, to think about this during our break, Lauren, and think about what we might think that Prop and Shpiz have to do to turn this match around.
Well, I think they were doing okay. They had chances to make it 3-all, and I think that they were playing very steady and volleying well and making Cooper and Hanisch go for a little bit more than they wanted to. And that was really the best strategy for them. Then they started to make a few mistakes, and Hanisch and Cooper tightened up their games, and that was the end of their opportunities.
They need to channel their inner Mike Cochran. Scott Estes just chimed in from out in Ohio. Scott's a national champion with Mike Cochran, and they played fearless paddle. And I think right now, Spritz and Prop, they have to change it up. They've got to take some risks here. I think if they just go about and play a similar set, I just don't see Cooper Hanisch giving anything away here.
15 left.
So I don't know what risks they can take that aren't playing into Hanisch and Cooper's hands.
Lob a little bit better,
yeah,
little
that's
higher.
What they have to do.
Get
Lob
some
better,
blitzing.
yeah.
Maybe come in off, blitz off of a really good low return of serve.
That's a good lob. Good lob drive combination from Heather Prop. Okay, 15-30.
15-30.
Mm.
30 all.
Right, and what you talk about is they can't speed it up here because it will just go fast.
Yeah, that's when you say taking chances, that's what worries me. That's a good
right,
spot.
But I'm saying
30,
like working in
40.
combination in tandem with your partner.
Okay, well, they have a game point now, Patty. 30-40. Ooh.
Game. Prop Shpiz.
Confusion.
Sorry.
Prop Shpiz leads 1-0.
Well, that was good. They needed that first
set.
game, so that was a good start.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere, and you know, I just think it's that fine line. But what I'm talking about is you kind of work with your partner, and even come in with some set plays. Maybe take some return of serves, fire them right at the girl at the net.
Yeah.
Say, I'm going at floor, even though she's unbelievably good. We've got to take our shot and see if we can't force some shorter volleys, get some errors. I feel like the shots that they're hitting are expected. You know, from the viewpoint of Hanisch and Cooper. And Cooper,
Left
right there,
15.
just identified there was kind of a lane open. There wasn't really a strong shift to their right from Prop and Shpiz, and kind of caught Heather reaching on the ball.
Kinda. Really caught her reaching.
Left 30.
Little bit of a too much swing on that volley, and Fritz goes low with two hands, and I don't see many players do that. A lot of them release their left hand, their non-dominant hand on that volley to get a little bit of a better feel and get underneath that ball.
Or she just has to get down lower.
Oh, I don't even consider that as an option. See, there she
There.
did have one
There we
hand.
go.
Beautiful underspin volley.
See, that's where Floor and Hanisch and Cooper love it. They had them both coming in. They had them
Right.
dead to rights in transition there.
Prop had to throw up a high
Yeah.
lob there. Well, I think what happens with Hanisch and Cooper is you look up and you
Game.
see an opening,
Cooper Hanisch.
but the opening disappears.
Right.
It's a mirage.
It's a not real opening.
Right, because they quickly can close it with one or two steps.
And when Cooper Hanisch first unveiled this whole one up, one back scenario, for a long time they won so many easy points because teams thought, oh, Cooper's staying back, I'm going to come in. But really that was just playing right into their hands. It took people a while to adjust, and then they did. That was better.
15.
Bobby Lee, Katie Piorsky watching from Jersey. If you're watching in Jersey, drive up. Come on, you're close enough. Come to Darien. But, you know, I think, especially when they have the sun to their backs and Hanisch and Cooper are looking into it, I would have one player come up on the other team and respond, just because it's a little tricky for Hanisch to pick up the shots at the net here. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they
Like,
can
that's
have
the
one,
kind
but
of
they
risk.
shouldn't both come up.
Yeah, that I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because they're just so comfortable playing the one up, one back, and the sun is a huge factor.
Well, just
Left
like you
30.
said, Hanisch missed it.
The sun's a factor. The wind's a factor.
It's tough commentating and playing conditions.
Did she miss that?
I believe
Love
so.
40.
Yeah, love 40.
I don't know, maybe Peter Burka should chime in and from a pro's point of view, tell us what the Midwest women need to do here to turn this match around. Are you
Well, they're
there,
about
Peter?
to go
Shoot
up
me a
to
text.
love. Nice cut dropper
Game.
from Shpiz. They take a
Prop
2-1 lead.
So I like that. A little bit of a risky move, but I'm a big fan of the drop shot. We saw it a lot in the other in the women's quarter with Elliot Radesno in that match with Andreikova and Zabori, and I loved it. I mean, each team had these exchanges, and they kept, you know, the moment they saw one of the opponents really settled in back deep,
Prop
they didn't
Shpiz
hesitate
leads
to just
2-1
draw them in on
the
a short
second
ball.
set.
I love the play.
First set went to Cooper Hanisch. 6-2.
So I have no idea who's winning the other match, but I have a feeling. I mean, it's hard to tell. I don't know who had the bigger cheering section. You know, the home pro team of Elliott and Radesno, or longtime phenomenal team of Dartis and Shea.
Who teach so many players in the Fairfield, Connecticut area and have been doing so for 20 years.
That's it. I'm going on live scoring. I need to
Okay.
know what the score is.
I think the big crowd is for Elliot Radesno, the vocal crowd.
Love 15.
The local team. I remember 4 years ago, Dartis and Shea had that brawl semifinal
Yeah.
match with Delmonico Gibbia, and they had huge crowd support.
That's a good lob from Shpiz.
But I'd love her to. I want her to drive that ball. She earned a short ball. She's got the Mach 50 mile an hour
But
forehand.
she got such
Hit
a
it.
good short reply from Cooper.
Yeah, I don't think driving that ball is risky for her.
$15.30.
15-30.
Yep, she found that seam in between the two
15-40.
players.
It
Not
was a
sure if the
tricky
ball
shot.
was in or out, and
Yeah.
if Heather couldn't see the ball, I think she really hesitated there instead of being able to stick the volley.
Nope.
30-40.
Got her with that
Game,
little
Cooper Hanisch.
drive.
Yeah, and I think the sun is a tremendous factor, Lauren, where I think when you're on this side, if you can come up with one of these two games somehow, that's pretty miraculous.
Love 15.
So we got a score on the other semifinal. It's 4-1 for Elliot Rodesno.
So that's what the big crowd,
Yeah.
the cheers were for. Yeah, I've gotten, I was on the 16 and quarter of Elliot and Rodesno, and they are a force to be reckoned with. They are so solid, and, you know, Elliot's the newcomer fairly, but she's the real deal. And
Great drive by Wendy Shpiz there. Perfect spot. Nothing that Cooper could do.
I just saw Amy Shea clapped a ball. The fans loved it over there. All right, so 2-all, pretty critical time in this matchup. You're propping Shpiz. I think they do feel a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like they have a little momentum going here, even though we're tied up.
If they had won that last game, they really would have.
And I think to your point, Lauren, before you were talking about
15.
the off-speed overheads, I just don't think that Heather and Wendy can hit overhead after overhead after overhead and add any pace to, the consecutive overheads. The next overhead can't be hit harder necessarily.
Right. For whatever reason, that's everyone's tendency. As you go in a point where you hit overhead after overhead after overhead, you tend to speed it up.
How many times over the years have we seen Darcin Shea with Amy Shea's overhead, where she just lets the ball drop and hits that little slice down the middle?
Well, she does it the best of all, I think. She just perfect speed, perfect amount of spin.
Right. It's what's made them such a force and a dominant team for so long because of that coverage at the net. And I think Cooper and Hanisch, very much like Amy Shea, it looks like you have them out of position, but they've got the 747 wingspan, and they just stick out their paddle and are patient on the volleys and, never really rush.
Hmm.
40-30.
Cooper was pushed way back and just dumped that ball down the middle.
Shpiz had her in all sorts of trouble there, but
I think Shpiz was a little indecisive on what she was going to do off the screen. And it looked like with her grip, she was committed to a driving grip, but then the shot went off the screen, and so she didn't really have the ability to just throw up a pop lob at that point.
Game, Cooper Hanisch.
Yeah, so 2-all, second set. That was huge.
In the second set.
And again, Cooper and Hanisch didn't do
won the
anything
first
extraordinary.
set, 6-2.
They just do everything really well. And now they get to stare at the sun, so we'll see if Prop and Shpiz can take advantage of this. And again, Wendy's kind of standing there and reacting with that forehand volley instead of kind of sticking a little closer together, forming that wall. And it was still, a spot-on drive from, Hanisch out of that deuce court. Shout out to our umpire, Margaret Green, up there in the chair. She's doing a great job in this match.
Oop.
15 all.
Oh.
15-30.
Heather's been volleying so solidly, she just couldn't quite.
Yeah, kind of caught her in an awkward spot, and her paddle head dropped quickly down below the level of the net, as did the ball. I hate it when that happens.
Good spot there.
Try. Whoa, perfect to the right hip.
Yeah. You see, Heather's actually very good at getting set up with her backhand volley, but that's the spot where you want to hit because it's just so awkward.
$30-40.
Nice roller into the nick, but Cooper was there to help her partner.
Good communication.
Yeah.
Game, Cooper Hanisch.
So you can feel a little bit of the frustration here with Prop and Fizz.
14th game. Annika.
But I'll tell you, all the credit goes to Cooper Hanisch because they've got Wendy sort of in between. They don't know if she should cover the drop. They don't know if she should cover the lob. And, you know, that's because of their shot selection. So they've created a very uncomfortable volleying scenario for her.
And it's hard to volley if you don't have your legs under, if you don't know if you're moving back or moving forward, and that's just what you want to do to your opponents.
Right, but this is also an opportunity for Prop and Shpiz now. They're going to have to dig in deep, and they're frustrated, and this is not working out very well for them right now. Nothing is a surprise. Hanisch and Cooper are spot on, opening up the court, and they're really driving they're making a high percentage of their drive here. And I said earlier, Lauren, both of us believed going on the air that they weren't going to give anything away, and Prop and Shpiz have to be spectacular from this moment forward to pull out this match. 80% is not going to cut it. I see Martin Bostrom, our semifinalist, is watching.
Ooh.
15-30.
Martin Bostrom watching his wife, Florentina Hanisch.
Big win for Martin Bostrom and young Blake Anderson. Huge win over Modic and Graham, men's quarters. And I love the move there. Cooper and Hanisch are winning this match, have the momentum, and taking as much time as, that's their discipline as a team. There's a tendency when you get a little bit ahead and with momentum to play faster, but that's the beauty of them as a team. They're so disciplined.
For Prop and Shpiz, they waited
15-40.
to come in at the right time. Now they have 2 break points. Serve is out.
Confirmed. Game, Prop Shpiz.
4-3.
Cooper Hanisch leads 4-3 in the second set.
So I love it. They're
First
fighting
set went to
hard.
Cooper
They're staying
Hanisch, 6-2.
close. I don't really see, any difference out here other than the discipline of Hanisch and Cooper. And they're just relentless in their consistency in every, in their drives, in their return of serves, with their volleys, with their lobbing. But to Heather and Wendy's credit, they're only a game behind. First set doesn't matter to them. They're fighting hard here. Zach Rosenfeld's watching. Great to see all these guys tuning in for women's battle, Lauren.
As they should be. It's fun to watch. It's exciting.
Heard a big roar from the other semifinal. We'll see if we get an update on the score.
Love 15. 15 love.
(5-2) Radesno Elliott. First set over Dardis and Shea.
15 all.
Oh.
15-30.
Prop got Shpiz and Prop got in each other's way there.
Yeah, big return to serve opportunity right here, and Wendy stayed back.
30
Super
Smart play.
smart move.
Smart play.
I love it when commentators' kids watch. Sean Easterbrook is watching. Maybe she's trying to find her father.
Two returns in a row.
40-30.
Point for 4 all, Patty.
Yeah, two rare gifts that Cooper and Hanisch give up. Good hands from Prop to come up with that shot. Yeah, she read that screen really well.
Deuce.
This is it. It's just over and over. They're relentless, You make great saves, and all of a sudden you get the ball back and only have the next one fired at you. We're in Darien, Connecticut, 2020 APTA National Championships.
Florentina, did you call the serve in? You said it was long. Okay. It's the call stands.
Okay.
Advantage, Cooper Hanisch.
Not sure what happened there.
Tough.
Deuce.
Wow.
Hanisch and Cooper are not immune to feeling the pressure either. They want to get back to a national final, and so they're going to feel a little jittery themselves.
Yeah, Annika knew she missed an opportunity there.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to crush that ball, and She went with a little off-speed ball that just kind of floated out in these windy conditions.
Again, she caught them.
Advantage, Cooper Hanisch.
Wow.
Well, she did a good job there. She had Heather guarding that corner because she was playing her over and over there, then hit one down the middle, and nobody went for it.
Yeah, she had both of them pinned into their corners in a way, and she recognized that, hit that off-speed ball for a winner.
Oh.
Way to come up with that
interesting
one for Shpiz.
Contortion from Wendy Shpiz.
Yeah, proper Shpiz have to win this game.
And they got the error.
Deuce.
Good
Couple
job
of good
by Pop
volleys.
Shpiz. Yep.
Hi, Don Kavanaugh, tuning in from Jersey. Lots of New Jersey fans of the APTA eNet streaming, Lauren.
Advantage, Cooper
I
Hanisch.
think Prop maybe didn't see that.
I'll tell Floor's done that a couple times where
Yeah.
she just holds that ball to the last second, takes it up the line on Heather. Really smart shot. Off-speed ball. But she just prepares so early and gets, got Heather to commit looking for the middle ball.
Yeah.
Wow. Great exchange here.
There it
Game,
is.
Cooper Hanisch.
But it got fast, we want players.
Cooper Hanisch leads
We love those
5-3 in the
explosive
second
overheads.
set.
Shpiz lined up, had the ball she wanted, but it just created that athletic opportunity for Cooper that we've seen over in that ad quarter off her backhand. So no matter what, you just can't do that play.
15.
Great drive from Prop to start off the game
I
here.
think Hanisch maybe got too close to the net there. She got in so quickly. She didn't have time to react.
All.
Shout out, we're going to Chicago for this one. Modic's wife, Morgan Trowinski, is tuning in, watching the women play. Morgan, we love your husband. He is amazing. I shouldn't really say that on live stream. What a great guy, phenomenal paddle player.
30-15.
All true.
They're all phenomenal paddle players.
2 points from the match. 30-15.
Lauren, I just think the ability that Cooper and Hanisch have to defend themselves is on display here. I mean, Heather and Wendy are throwing everything into their credit, and you can just see.
It's a great
Hanisch
drive
and
by Wendy.
Cooper just know how to cover the court. They shift. It's kind of effortless for them.
40-15.
You saw Shpiz hit some great drives in that point, but Cooper and Hanisch were up to the task. They made the volleys, and finally Shpiz missed one. Now
Two
it's
match
match
points?
point. There it is.
Game, set, match.
So, Patty, we are going to be back at 4:30
Can't wait.
Cooper Hanisch, 6-2, 6-3.
Actually, don't go anywhere. We're going to interview the winners of this match,
Thank you. Nice match, ladies.
Cooper and Hanisch. We'll talk to them about their upcoming final and the match they just played. So we'll be back in just a minute with the winners. Okay, actually, you can tune in on the other channel to watch the rest of the other women's semifinal, and otherwise we'll be back here at 4:30 with a men's quarterfinal match.